And I'm going to explain why these are contributing factors with tinnitus. And then you will put a little sheet of plastic over that, which will keep the warmth in, and then you could bandage it on the ear. Either way, it brings a lot of relief. And there's something you can do to clear those sinuses out.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill is a world-renowned health expert and a strong advocate for holistic and natural health, with countless testimonies to support her claims. Today, she will be exposing to us her personal secret hack to heal tinnitus, earache, and sinus infections. Keep watching until the end of this video to avoid missing all the juicy details. What is tinnitus?
What is tinnitus? Tinnitus is a ringing in the ears. What would be the cause of the ringing in the ears? So we begin to investigate. And these are some of the causes that I have discovered in my investigation when people come to me wanting help with tinnitus or ringing in the ears.
Tinnitus is described as a ringing sound in your ears, without an actual sound coming from outside. This noise might be continuous or occasional, and it can affect one or both your ears. Dr. Barbara explains that tinnitus is not a disease, but a symptom of something else going on in your body. How to heal tinnitus.
So the allergens are the hybridized wheat. These are the allergen foods. The hybridized wheat, oats. For some people, oats are okay. For some people, they're not. But initially, if you're trying to conquer a problem, stop the oats as well. And I'm going to explain why these are contributing factors with tinnitus. Peanuts and also refined sugar. So why do they play a role? Well, they are the most common allergens.
Dr. Barbara points out allergens are substances that can trigger an allergic reaction in your body. As Dr. Barbara explains, foods like hybridized wheat, refined sugar dairy, and oats can cause an allergic reaction in your body. When you are exposed to an allergen, your immune system may treat it as a harmful invader, even if it is something harmless, such as food, pollen, or dust.
Probably first response when someone has an allergy to these foods is excess mucus in the eustachian tubes. The eustachian tubes are tubes that connect the eyes, the nose, the ears, and the mouth. But every time that when someone has tinnitus and they stop these foods, they can testify that the problem isn't resolved, but it can sometimes be 50% improved, all because eliminating these foods has cleaned the eustachian tubes out.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill teaches that when your eustachian tubes get blocked with mucus due to an allergic reaction, it can affect your hearing and even contribute to tinnitus. Dr. Barbara points out that when people with tinnitus remove these problematic foods from their diet, they often notice improvement. While it might not fully resolve the issue, it has been known to cause about 50% reduction in tinnitus symptoms. This happens because eliminating these foods helps to clear out your eustachian tubes, reducing pressure and irritation in your ears.
I also was talking to another lady. She said, "What can I do for this tinnitus?" So I began to investigate, and I discovered that she worked in a gym, and they do a HIIT class, the high intensity interval training, and in the HIIT class they have loud music, boom, 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 boom. So people who have been exposed to very loud music in times past or very loud noises, people in wartime who have, especially soldiers who've been working with, letting off those loud guns, they can suffer from tinnitus. So what's happened is those fine little mechanisms in the ear have been damaged.
Dr. Barbara explains that exposure to loud music, whether in gyms or other noisy environments, can damage the tiny, delicate mechanisms inside your ear. These fine structures, responsible for hearing, can become injured over time when exposed to loud sounds. One major step in treatment of tinnitus is avoiding constant exposure to loud noise. It is important to check our homes and workplaces for any constant source of loud noise and do something to reduce our exposure. A friendly reminder, kindly like this video and subscribe to support our channel. How to heal earache.
It is fairly well acknowledged that the onion is a drawer. You can use onion cooked or you can use it raw. And the cooked onion, in my knowledge, is used for two main reasons. One is for an earache. And it was the first poultice that I ever did. The little old lady next door told me about it. And she said, you steam an onion. Now you either steam it or dry bake it, because if you boil it, some of the healing properties in the onion will go into the water.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill shares a unique and natural remedy for earaches using onions, which she fondly refers to as adorable for their surprising healing properties. According to Dr. Barbara, onions contain powerful compounds with anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties that can help soothe pain, reduce swelling, and even fight infection in your ear. These compounds, such as sulfur-containing compounds and antioxidants, work to reduce inflammation and discomfort, making onions an ideal remedy for earaches.
And then when it's soft, you cut it in half, and you cut it in half acrossways, so you're now looking at the rings.
Dr. Barbara explains that both raw and cooked onions can be used to treat an earache, but she emphasizes that cooked onions tend to be more effective. The heat from cooking helps release more of the onion's beneficial properties, making it easier for the active compounds to penetrate the skin and reach the inflamed areas of the ear. Dr. Barbara shares a step-by-step method for preparing and applying the onion to ensure maximum relief.
And what you can do is you can squeeze some of the juice from the steamed onion. It'll be boiling, and when it hits the spoon, it'll cool a little, and then you can put that into the ear, and that can bring a bit of relief. And then you wrap up the onion in a cloth. So you wrap it over a few times, because remember, it's boiling hot. And when you get it to the right temperature, test it on your arm, then it can be placed on the ear, and then you will put a little sheet of plastic over that, which will keep the warmth in, and then you could bandage it on the ear, or some people might feel to sleep and they will lay down on the ear. As long as you can keep it warm, you can keep it there. If it starts to get cold, then the ear will ache. Now this hot onion, the heat has an effect to relieve the pain, because whenever you've got pain, you've got cramping muscles, and moist heat relaxes cramping muscle, so that moist heat will do that. But also, the onion being a drawer will draw.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill shares her method for using onions to relieve earaches in a clear and accessible way, ensuring that anyone can follow along. Onions have natural antimicrobial properties that may help fight off infections, making the juice beneficial if the earache is caused by an infection. Also, Dr. Barbara says the soothing effect of the juice can provide immediate relief from the sharp pain associated with earache.
Sometimes the onion will just reduce the inflammation to the point that the blood may take the pus away. Either way, it brings a lot of relief. Now, you might do an onion poultice on someone with an earache and they get a lot of relief, and then a few hours later the pain comes up again. Just do it again. You just keep doing it until there is no more ache. Sometimes one application is enough. Sometimes it needs to be done a couple of times a day for a few days.
Dr. Barbara emphasizes that you can have significant relief from any earaches by using this method. However, Dr. Barbara also acknowledges that for some individuals, the relief may not be immediate or permanent after just one application. In these cases, Dr. Barbara suggests that the process may need to be repeated several times over a day or two. If the pain returns, it's a sign that the inflammation or infection may still be present, and continuing to use the onion juice until the earache is completely resolved is essential. By addressing both the immediate discomfort and the underlying cause of your earache, this remedy not only soothes, but also helps prevent the issue from recurring. This natural approach, according to Dr. Barbara, is a safe and effective alternative to over-the-counter medications or antibiotics for mild to moderate earaches. The simplicity of using such a common ingredient like an onion offers a practical solution that anyone can try at home. Sinus infection.
You see, we should breathe through our nose and with our abdominal muscles. Nose purifies the air, nose warms the air, and nose humidifies the air. Mouth does not do that. But I have people say, I can't breathe through my nose. Why not? Well, it's all blocked up. Why is it blocked up? Because of sinus problems.
A sinus infection, also known as sinusitis, occurs when the sinuses, which are air-filled spaces behind your forehead, cheeks, and eyes, become inflamed or blocked. Dr. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance of breathing through your nose rather than your mouth. Your nose acts as a filter, trapping dust, allergens, and other particles, helping to purify the air you breathe in. When you breathe through your nose, the air is warmed before it reaches your lungs, which can be beneficial, especially in colder environments. Dr. Barbara acknowledges that some people have difficulty breathing through their noses, frequently citing a feeling of blockage. When asked why this happens, Dr. Barbara explains that sinus problems are frequently the cause. The sinuses help to filter and humidify the air you breathe. When they become blocked, it can cause congestion, making it difficult to breathe comfortably through the nose.
What causes sinus problems? In the 1990s, a group of doctors in the Mayo Clinic, they discovered that in every case of sinus infection, sinus congestion, they found a yeast problem. But why is it there? And why is the yeast, fungus, bacteria so active there? Well, it starts with an allergy to this. It can start with an allergy to this. These are the known allergens. Or it can also begin with an allergy to chemicals, breathing in chemicals, and it can also be reaction to breathing in mold. So if the person has been breathing in mold and they're eating these foods, the high sugar content of the hybridized wheat, the high sugar content of the refined sugar and the alcohol will just feed the mold. The peanuts will feed the mold. One of the most common causes of asthma bronchitis, especially in children, is dairy, because dairy is well known to be very mucus forming.
Dr. Barbara explains that sinus problems are often linked to yeast overgrowth. Yeast, a type of fungus that thrives in warm, moist environments or in people with weakened immune systems, leading to infections and inflammation in the sinuses. Environmental factors also play a significant role in your sinus health. When your body encounters allergens like dust, mold, or pollen, it can trigger an immune response, causing inflammation in your sinuses. This inflammation can restrict airflow, making breathing through the nose difficult and increasing the risk of a sinus infection. Dr. Barbara notes that certain foods can feed yeast and mold in your body, worsening sinus issues. Foods high in refined sugars and hybridized wheat should be limited, as they promote fungal growth. Additionally, dairy products are well known for being mucus-forming, particularly in children, and can contribute to congestion, further complicating sinus infections. How to heal sinus infection.
Eliminate the exposure to chemicals, eliminate exposure to mold. And there's something you can do to clear those sinuses out, and that is Golden Seal snuff. You can buy Golden Seal as a powder.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill explains how to heal sinus problems by taking a multifaceted approach. She emphasizes the importance of eliminating exposure to chemicals and mold as the first step in addressing sinus health. Dr. Barbara also highlights the benefits of using Golden Seal, a powerful herb that has been valued for its medicinal properties for centuries. Golden Seal is a perennial herb known for its antibiotic, antifungal, antimicrobial, and antibacterial effects, making it an excellent natural remedy for treating sinus infections. Unlike some over-the-counter treatments, Golden Seal works naturally with the body's healing processes.
When you buy Golden Seal as a powder, you just put a tiny little mound on the base of your thumb, and you go over to the mirror, you close one nostril, and little light sniffs, and then sniff the other and get the Golden Seal up into the sinus areas. 2 or 3 times a day, sniff the Golden Seal, and it will clean out that whole area, because Golden Seal is anti-staphylococci, it's antifungal, it's antibiotic, it's antimicrobial, antibacterial. So it's a very powerful herb. It's a very expensive herb, but you only need such a tiny little bit.
One of the most effective methods Dr. Barbara recommends is sniffing Golden Seal powder directly into your nostrils. This method allows the medicinal properties of the herb to target the sinuses directly, leading to faster and more effective results compared to ingesting Golden Seal in pill or liquid form. By directly applying the herb to your sinus areas, it can work quickly to reduce inflammation, fight infection, and clear blocked passages.
Also vital that the person be well hydrated, that they be well nourished, that they be exercising every day, that they go to bed early, that they make sure their bedroom has clean, pure air coming into it. All of these factors have to be taken into consideration.
In addition to herbal remedies, Dr. Barbara emphasizes the importance of nutrition and hydration in the healing process. A nutrient-rich diet supports the immune system, helping the body to fight off infections and allergens that may be contributing to sinus problems. Hydration is also key because it helps to thin mucus, making it easier for your body to expel any buildup in the sinuses. Drinking plenty of water, herbal teas, and eating water-rich fruits and vegetables can all contribute to better sinus health. By focusing on nutrition and hydration, you can enhance your immune response, making it easier for your body to fight off infections and allergens that contribute to sinus issues. Are you going to follow any of Dr. Barbara's recommendations to treat tinnitus and support your sinus health? Kindly let us know in the comments.